Whether you are a fan of Daima, Future Saga, whatever, you gotta admit the chaos that has ensued from these hints has been absolute entertainment. It's been so funny to see people and their minds just sort of sway back and forth with whatever new revelation we got. It's not over. So while Future Saga is confirmed to be a part of the Global Dokkan celebration, if we've learned anything from the 10th anniversary, it's that it's not just going to be one thing. Future Saga alone is not going to carry the Global Dokkan celebration. It's going to consist of a multitude of things. Whether the theme is the power of wishes, whether the theme is villains, whether the theme is awakening at moment of crisis or something, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it's not over. So don't count your chickens before they hatch just yet. Future Saga is definitely a part of it, but it's not going to be the only thing. So what we're looking at here is the roadmap for the 10th anniversary, just to remind people of how it got. It was pretty awesome. Like the way that they did this whole thing. I hope that they do something similar, but even if they don't, just look at the variety that we had here. Actually, Future Saga got a little bit more than I had previously mentioned in my other videos. I forgot about that. And then we also can't forget, this was the part EX. I don't consider this really part of 10th anniversary, but they insist on it being so. We're going to be discussing EZAs and Super EZAs in this video. So we're going to be primarily kind of hovering around these two categories because that's all that we could use right now as far as speculation. More so Future Saga, because Future Saga is definitely going to be in there. We don't know what the categories are going to be, any of that stuff, but Future Saga is chock full of EZA and Super EZA candidates. Like basically everybody, with the exception of maybe like 5 or 6, is potentially up for a Super EZA, mainly because the category just doesn't get much upgrading. Like it just doesn't. The last time we had a boost for the category was the Goku Black Rose physical unit back during the 9th anniversary, and people weren't too fond of that unit. So besides that, the last time we had anything was Future Saga for Worldwide 2023. That was 2 years ago. So anything at all will be good for this category. Anything. So we'll go over all that. I don't need to go over the hints again. You guys have seen it, but if you do want to watch the hints, do check out my other videos. There will be another one later on today, probably. I'm going to go live on the channel later on today. The special day Chamber of Secrets 24 hours thing is going to be opening up soon for JP or for Global's reset. JP already has it. So I'm going to be live doing the link level grinding and probably some Legends raids and stuff like that. So we'll be live streaming for the majority of the day. And then if we get some sort of reveal, I'll probably be able to check it out live. That being said, let's jump in and discuss potential Super EZAs and EZAs. When it comes to Daima, as you saw in this graphic here, there is no Daima potential EZA, like directly in Daima, because everything that has released for Daima has been fairly recent. Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, the free-to-play Vegeta, the free-to-play Goku, Glorio, and Daima Super Saiyan Goku. That's it. That's all that we've got for Daima. So if we're going to be getting EZAs and Super EZAs, they have to correlate in different ways. So if Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be receiving the Dokkan Festival LR treatment, the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, then we have to look at the Giant Ape Power category, because other Super Saiyan 4 Gokus would be the more likely candidates for Super EZAs, or whatever the category would be, whatever the theme would be. So I guess we'll start here. Also, I should mention, we're not going to be discussing them in the video, but these guys are definitely up there for EZAs. If they get EZAs, I would not be surprised. And you know what? This just further reinforces my theory on Powerful Opponent. Powerful Opponent being a new category would justify a cooler EZA, would justify a Goma, Dokkan Festival LR, or Carnival LR, whatever. Goku Black and Rose, or Fusion Zamasu, all powerful opponents, all big bad bosses. So I think that, yeah, I'm liking that more and more. And that is a Legends tag. I am aware. That is why I'm saying it. We got the Fused Fighter category from Legends. Legends was the first to have that as a tag. So for them, it's called tags. For us, it's categories. And then we got it eventually. So Powerful Opponent would be a good category. I would even go as far as calling it the Big Bad Boss category. I think that would also be fine. Although that would eliminate some characters that are technically not big bad bosses. But either way, that would be a good one. And that would also contextualize this guy being in there. This one has to be in there simply by virtue of it being a worldwide celebration unit from 3 years ago. And 3 years ago is the magic number when we're considering EZAs or Super EZAs. I think the year 3 gap is a good sort of measuring stick to see which characters are eligible, because there are going to be a few characters that might be a bit of a stretch, but we're approaching the 3-year mark, so it's possible. So let's jump into Giant Ape Power. Number one thing that I think all of us can agree is that the year 2 TUR units getting super EZAs would make the most sense. Who the hell is this? What is this? Sorry, I got very distracted here. What is this from? Okay. Yeah. The second anniversary TURs getting super EZAs would be the absolute most sensible thing that they could do. Number one, these guys have been available more readily quite some time now over the last couple years. Also, these guys super EZAing would essentially establish a solid precedent of Dokkan giving the yearly anniversary units their super EZAs for 2 years every year. So we got year 1's super EZA during the 10th anniversary. We're going to get year 2's super EZAs during the 10th anniversary's Global Dokkan celebration. Then we get to the 11th anniversary. We would get the year 3 super EZAs during the 11th anniversary. We would get the year 4 EZAs during the 11th anniversary's Global Dokkan celebration. And the way that I see it is that the trend would continue essentially till we reach that 3-year gap. Once again, this is my wish. We would have a setup where you have the anniversary for that year. 3 years prior, they get EZAs. 3 years prior to that, they get super EZAs. So next year, for example, let's just say this, we sped up, right? 11th anniversary, we have the new 11th anniversary units, Zarbon, Dodoria, and whatever. And then 3 years prior, the 8th anniversary units, meaning the Spirit Bomb Z, Spirit Bomb GT, the Kai Fighters, the Z Fighters, all of them get EZAs. That means the 5th anniversary units, which is LR Tech Vegito and LR Int Rose and company, they would get super EZAs. And that sounds ridiculous, but again, every year, I mean, we blow the door wide open in terms of the meta, so I'd be fine with it. That's what I want. So whatever the case is, starting off with this would be a good move. This would also show that the Global Dokkan celebration is absolutely on par with the anniversary. I think it's important to convey that message. With all that we have done here, they need to match this. Like, this is not just something that you do once and then you never do it again. You need to start doing things like this. The presentation, the overall just energy that was there in this celebration, that needs to be replicated at least for the Global Dokkan celebration. This whole like development cycle thing where it's like impossible to make this many good units, I just personally can't buy that. And I just think at least 2 celebrations a year, you gotta do it right. I don't think that's too difficult of a task. I don't know anything about game development, but I'm just saying, okay? So yeah, these guys, I don't even know like what to speculate on their super EZAs. Just make it good. All the super EZAs, in my opinion, have been good. Some a little bit more mixed reactions, but most of them, for the most part, have been great. And without question, the first anniversary super EZAs have been excellent. So these guys getting super EZAs will definitely be a good step. Also, I should point out that the heroes characters are also on the chopping block for EZAs. Not just the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, but if we consider that category, because every year we're going to be getting heroes EZAs. We're not going to be getting new heroes characters. They're done with that because of the stupid divers thing. But the heroes characters that we've already had are going to be getting EZAs. So that would be Dio, and then we would get the 2 Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s. These guys would get EZAs, and I think all of these actually. What, did this guy get his Awakening back in 2022? No, 2023. Okay, so it would probably be this batch right here, starting from Hearts all the way to the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, because all of these guys got their Awakenings in 2022, right? Yep. So not game changers, because some of you guys didn't summon or invest in these guys, which I understand, but more Giant Ape power, more upgrades to the category, more justification for those of you who may not necessarily be fans of Daima to summon for Daima, if Daima is going to be one of the Dokkan Festival or Carnival LRs. So yeah, look out for Giant Ape power getting some major upgrades. Like I've been saying this throughout videos, like they are doing a pretty decent job nowadays of upgrading several categories at once. It's not like an all-out investment into one category. They're making categories better. Saiyan Saga is getting better. Planet Namek Saga was getting better. Dragon Ball Saga was getting better. Like they're doing it. So Giant Ape power getting these bumps is definitely good for the future of the game. I don't think anybody else is really up for a potential upgrade. I would love to say that the free-to-play SBR Gohan could get something, but before the Goku gets something, this guy's not going to get anything, because the SBR Int LR Goku has to get a Super EZA first, because he was the first LR to release, I believe. And then this guy's barely Giant Ape power. He's Giant Ape power by virtue of his Ultra Super attack. Anybody else? Is there a Super EZA besides the TUR anniversary characters? Okay, hear me out. I think Dokkan could easily surprise us with a Super EZA with this. They could easily do it. Remember, Super EZAs are for Dokkan festivals and LRs. This is a Dokkan festival. This guy getting a Super EZA would first of all be very unexpected. Nobody would expect this. This unit's EZA, actually, you know what? This is the global EZA, but that was almost 3 years to the date. JP, if we check JP's date, I'm pretty sure it's way earlier, right? Yeah, February 2022. I think that it's safe to assume this is a potential candidate. I don't want to just outright say it's going to happen, but I think that it's a potential candidate. I know it doesn't make sense because they haven't done categories yet. Sure. Yeah, okay, sure. But it's Dokkan. Never let them guess your next move is what they live by. All they do is just live to troll. This is an absolute W troll, and I could totally see them doing that. And again, it would boost the category in a major way. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's a stretch, but I think that it would be a really good move by them if they would. Again, it would show that they're serious about making this as memorable as the anniversary. Okay, the thought crossed my mind about Team Bardock. No way. No way. These guys are not getting anything during the it's an anniversary, basically. They're not doing this. This is not box office enough. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's pretty much all that they could do. Oh, and Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Super EZA, that could also happen for sure. But if we go back here, all of the EZAs and Super EZAs were essentially part of a package. So that is something to consider. These guys, I mean, they're the opposites. These guys are the opposites. These guys are the opposites in terms of like time frame and all that. So that is also important to mention. So maybe the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta might not, but still, this is the 10th anniversary. Things could change. Just like some of you are arguing that it wouldn't happen for this guy because of established precedent. Same thing. I mean, I'm proving my own point. I'm assuming based on this, they could totally change it up. So I think that's it for Giant Ape Power. If there's anything else that I am overlooking here, feel free to chime in the comments. This guy is this guy before the Vegeta? No, he's after the Vegeta. Trunks and Vegeta. Yeah, this guy's not gonna happen. That's way too soon. November 2023. No, not happening. Okay, let's move on to the Future Saga category. There are a billion options here. We can honestly just click on every single one. Let's start with the most notable potential Super EZA candidates. Are you with me? Are you with me? These two. These two getting Super EZAs makes sense in terms of their initial builds. In terms of hype, these guys would absolutely deliver. And I think these are one of the rare global first units, right? Because didn't these guys released with some... They released with some like global poll or like something like that? 4/14/2017. No. It was the EZAs that were first. I was not around during 2017. That's before my time. 2020, their EZAs happened on JP. I'm pretty sure it was later. I think Global got both of the... Yeah. This is one of the rare global W's where we got these way before JP players. These two units getting Super EZAs would absolutely justify Future Saga being a part of the celebration, in my opinion. I wouldn't need anything else. I would just want these two and I'd be happy. This would be an absolutely amazing boost to the extreme category or the extreme class. This guy would give us a new relevant countering Vegito Blue. We don't have too many of those, right? Are there any Vegito Blue units that can counter? Am I forgetting? Is the LR AGL the Saiyans have no limits Vegito? Does he counter? It's been so long, dude. I don't remember. Oh, no, he does not counter. Do we have any Vegito Blues that counter? I don't think so. Then again, I also said that we haven't had a Tech LR base Vegeta that transforms. So what do I know? But the point is, nobody can deny this. This would be hype. So I'm just going to leave that there. Okay. Moving on here. What are some other potential Super EZAs? This guy could get a... Was he a Dokkan Festival? This is before my time. And I always get confused on this sort of thing. I think he is, right? He's an extreme class. Yeah, I think he's a Dokkan Festival. This guy getting a Super EZA would be good. This guy's useless. So this guy getting a Super EZA would work. He doesn't have a counterpart per se. So if you're worried about that whole like symmetrical aspect, I guess maybe not. But still, he is eligible. He is potentially up there. Oh, and then these guys. These two also. The STR Rose and the Tech Vegito Blue. These guys are also candidates for Super EZAs. These guys lead extreme and super types. Their EZAs dropped back in 2022, so a little bit later in 2020. Oh wait, no, that's global. Let's look at JP. JP's release was July. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. This was during July 7th, 2022. Oh yeah, this is during JP's like Tanabata stuff. Yeah. Give me these, dude. Just do this. You know what? Forget everything else. Just give me double Rose and double Vegito. I'd be totally fine with that. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for super. Oh, actually, you know what? You should look at the LRs. Trunks could potentially get a super EZA. We had Gohan getting it during the 10-year anniversary, so Trunks could definitely get one. Free to play, whatever. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. An EZA. Okay, so Z Future Saga. This was actually something that I was predicting during the 10th anniversary. Trunks and Gohan and the tech androids. They are not Super Future Saga, but they are Z Future Saga and still the same category. If maybe the summonable presence is Super Future Saga, but they make the EZAs Z Future Saga, I think that would also work. It still caters to the same category, and it would provide a little bit of diversity, which is kind of what they did here. Although we didn't get I mean, we had Z. It was all Z here. There is no Future Saga under Super whatsoever. So maybe we want to just focus purely on Super. But if they were to mix it up and give us both, that would be fine. I think I would probably feel a little bit less hyped about that, just because there would be a bit of a disconnect between like these guys and the practical categories that would work with these guys. But although this is a good unit, like don't get me wrong, this unit is worldwide chaos. This unit benefits from tech orbs picked up. You have scouting, you have nullification. This unit actually works very well in the domain for the tech fusion Zamasu. So actually this would be a good fit for this team. Maybe the Trunks and Gohan might be the odd one out, but yeah, those guys are definitely up there. These guys are too recent, so no shot they're going to be getting anything. But you know what? Could this Fusion Zamasu and potentially the Trunks and Vegeta be up there for EZAs? They released back at the end of 2022. Actually, wait. That's global. JP got this during the summertime. July. Yes. July 2022. Int Fusion Zamasu and Int Trunks and Vegeta. This was the best unit in the game upon release. June 30th, 2022. If these guys got EZAs, this is the part 1 and this is the part 2 LR. These guys getting EZAs would put Future Saga back on the map. This is a stacker. This is an all-out defense. Well, not all-out defense, but this is an absolute monster defensively. You're stacking attack and defense. This caters to the long form format. This unit provides team support with, is it the active skill that gives you like team defense or something like that? Let me see. Raises allies defense by 20% for 1 turn, all crits. Like, this is such a good unit that I still enjoy using this character. This is one of those units that has unfortunately aged with time compared to like the newer events that we've got. The defense doesn't measure up as much, but I still enjoy using this character along with the tech Super Saiyan Goku. These two characters are built on defense stacking and guard. A lot of people find them to be useless to this day, or at this juncture. I don't. I still enjoy using them. So with these guys still holding some value, catapulting them back into the top tier meta tier with their EZAs, I just say tier twice, would be phenomenal. This would be great for the game. I would love to see this. There are, I mean, look, this just proves my point. Like, look at how much we've looked at just on Future Saga, and it's all Vegetos. Trunks and Vegeta fusions and also there's so much hype and potential here. What else could we get? That might be it. I mean, there's older ones. I don't think they would. Maybe this guy? Would this guy get a super EZA? When was his super EZA or his regular EZA? February 2022. So yeah, kind of like the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I put him in the same department. He could get one. I don't think they would prioritize that, but they could. And yeah, that's it. I mean, that's enough. That's enough. To me, that's enough. That tells me that Future Saga, while you may not care about the category in terms of newer characters, you might feel fatigue. There is massive potential in upgrades across the board. and that will make the category much more viable. This guy is the banner unit to the Trunks and Vegeta. This guy could also get an EZA. We've seen some nice Goku Black upgrades recently. So if this guy, I think the most recent one was the STR free-to-play one. It's actually not bad. So if this guy got an EZA, I don't know why, but for some reason in my game, I'm convinced this guy is bugged. He has some sort of Ultra Instinct, like hidden ability in my game. He always dodges. I gave him 25 dodge. He dodges all the time. So yeah, give me a justification to use him again. Make him better and give me his new awakened form, his Terminus Ultra Instinct. All right, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. That's a lot of speculating. That's a lot of potential. Future Saga is a good move for upgrading older characters. As long as the new units cook, as long as the new units are good, and they are enjoyable units, I think people will come around. And look at me defending Future Saga. I still want it to be Daima, but Future Saga will be a great running mate for Daima for the Global Dokkan celebration. If they add more, I saw one person say maybe this is like all about evil wishes. You could throw in Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. If you're gonna tell me that Rildo has a possibility of making a massive appearance during this celebration, sign me up. If that means Demon King Piccolo gets more of a presence, sign me up. I think just with Future Saga alone, we could cover the map with EZAs and Super EZAs. But if we're going to throw in things from GT, Dragon Ball as well, I would be absolutely over the moon. So let's wait and see what the next hint is. And yeah, things should be becoming more and more clear over the next few days. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on this giant yap session video. What are your thoughts on potential EZAs, Super EZAs that I might not have otherwise mentioned in the video? Sometimes I get my words mixed up, so if I committed any 2-Ls, you guys can let me know. What did I say? What did I goof on? And yeah, give me some other sleeper picks. What are some other EZAs, Super EZAs that we didn't even mention? Because I just talked about Future Saga Giant 8 Power. I didn't even talk about anything else. Cooler Revive Goku. Besides them, who else would be obvious pickups for the celebration that doesn't even have to do with the theme? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more as I do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.